say you are what you eat, so I don't eat chicken feet. But I love me some of Grandma's pickled beets. Well, cut it up, put it in the pan, throw it over your shoulder and see where it lands right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Maters, taters, beans and corn, the cows in the barn and the sheep's been shorn, kids in the barnyard chasing Grandpa's chicken. Spices, slices, cuts and dices, gonna slash your grocery prices right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Help you grow your garden good with recipes to suit your mood. Try some grub you've never tried before. Smash it with a wooden mallet. Gonna educate your palate. Right here in Farmer's Kitchen. In Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. We're gonna cook something good now.
Funding for Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen brought to you by L81 Bottling Company. Taste, love, and share the tradition. Harvest Energy Solutions. Harvest cabins when you absolutely have to get away. Housewarmings, meeting all of your outdoor living and fireplace needs. Kentucky Sheep and Goat Development Office. Try something different tonight. Rose Farm Supply. Family farming and commitment to our customers since 1982. Salt Rocks, the flavor of life. Woods Equipment Company has every tool you need to make working the land as rewarding as hunting it. The city of Stanford, Kentucky. Come home to Stanford. Chrisman Mill Vineyards. Good Foods Co-op. Marksbury Farm Market. Weisenberger Mill.
Hello and welcome to Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. It's been a long day.
Yes, it has.
Nick and I have been splitting wood out there. I'm wore out. But you know what? The thing about Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen is when we come together in the kitchen, we're cooking dinner. I mean, this is actually going to be our dinner tonight. And usually by the time we get here and get everything set up, we're starving.
I am starving.
And almost weak need.
Yes.
So that's why we make sure our food is good, because it's the first food we've had in a while. This is what we do. Now, did you notice anything different in the kitchen, Nikki?
I did, actually.
Look at that.
I love it.
Now let me show you some before and after pictures. We were at a yard sale right up the road, and an elderly couple had this sitting out there, and I knew that it was solid and it had been sitting outside. So anyway, I took it to Wooldridge & Sons. Young Clinton Hill took this under his wing and did this. Look what it ended up looking like.
It looks nice.
So I bring it in, plug it up, and it works. They used to make stuff to last.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. All right, now we need to start cooking.
Yes,
it's already dark. Generally, we eat late.
Yeah, we do.
And it is late, so we need to get to cooking because we're starving. If you see one of us fall down, that's because we're weak from hunger. Now, we're talking tonight about Hasenpfeffer. When I say Hasenpfeffer, what's it make you think about?
Bugs Bunny sitting in the pot. Don't you remember the cartoon? He'd be in the pot and he's taking a bath in the juice, and they're throwing vegetables on him.
But he's going to be the Hasenpfeffer.
He's Hasenpfeffer, but he always escaped.
All right. Now, when you talk about Hasenpfeffer,
Hasenpfeffer.
You know, when you look up the word, it's obviously German, but H-A-S-E means hare, rabbit. The pfeffer means pepper, so pepper, rabbit.
This isn't bugs, is it?
This is not bugs.
Okay, I love bugs.
But you know what? A lot of people are going to ask us, where did you get your rabbit? Now, the thing about Hasenpfeffer is a lot of times there's a 48-hour marinade and all that kind of stuff. Now, you know, rabbit, when you kill it, it's a very dark meat. A lot of times they'll use vinegar to draw some of that blood out. Well, we got this right up the road at Ghost Mountain Rabbitry. John Casper, our buddy, raises rabbits. So we're not going to go through that whole marinating process.
Right.
This Hasenpfeffer recipe, and I've tried it a lot of different ways, but this is very simple, it's simplistic, and you get the same taste and texture at the end of the recipe, and it's fantastic. So we're going to get started right now. Now on this recipe, I'm going to take about 6 pieces of bacon, and let's go ahead and get that in here. Let's go ahead and get it frying.
Do you need me to start chopping? Or?
Yep. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Get me about a half a cup of shallots ready to go. And if you're looking for shallots, you can usually find those by the onions. Now, I have noticed, if you look around, bacon really bugs me. If it's got all the nitrates in it and all the chemicals in it, if you look, and I have noticed that at Good Foods you can find bacon that doesn't have nitrates or nitrites in it. And I find that I don't get the horrible indigestion and problems I have.
They have nice shallots and garlic too.
That's what I'm talking about. And organic.
Right.
Now, you can also, if you would like to, you can go ahead and cut this bacon up ahead of time. But just so we won't have to get a bunch of knives dirty, I'm going to fry it up. And later on, we're going to reincorporate this bacon and crumble it up at the end, and it goes back in it. And we're going to use that good, wonderful bacon grease.
These are strong. Woo!
We're going to use our bacon here to make our Hasenpfeffer. All right, as Nicki is cutting our garlic up, you'll see some fresh rosemary over there. Now you could use fresh rosemary, or you could use dry rosemary in this recipe, or fresh thyme. Do you know what you have to do? Do you know the qualifications you have to cook gourmet type food? You know what your qualifications are?
You can read.
Yes, yes, essentially yes. And you have to be adventurous in your food process. Okay, now here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our bacon off and let it drain. And we're not getting rid of it by any means.
You going to use that grease up?
Oh yeah, we're going to use some of that grease. All right, now we have that nice grease in there. We're going to take our rabbit. Got some Weizenburger flour right here with a little bit of pepper in it. Now, pepper is the key word in this recipe. I use a lot of pepper.
Keeps it good.
You know who likes pepper?
Glenn likes pepper.
Glenn likes pepper, loves pepper. And again, we're going to make just enough for us tonight.
That smells good.
I'm telling you what, I like my rabbit. And like I said, we're just going to get this nice and brown. We already started the cooking process. We got it warming up. Okay, now that we're sufficiently browned, we're going to set that aside.
Boy, they smell good already.
Oh man, I'm telling you. And the remaining grease that we have from the bacon and the rabbit starts the whole next step.
Okay.
I'm going to put about a half a cup in there. I'm going to go ahead and put some garlic in there as well.
Okay.
Go ahead and put about a clove of garlic in there.
Right in with it?
Yep. And we're going to let that go till it's, you can just get it nice and brown. All right, look where we are here.
That looks
We're
good.
getting close. And I'd say if I had to guess how long this takes, you know, till you start getting brown and you start seeing the way it's supposed to look there, I'd say probably about 3.5, 4 minutes. And this is so mild. The domestic rabbit is so mild and so tasty, so sweet. All right, now, tell you what let's do. Let's take a cup of wine, and this is Crispin Mill, it's in Norton. You want a dry, fairly dry, red wine, 1 cup. Boom. And again, if you're cooking chicken, don't forget to save your stock. All that flavor from the bones and the whole chicken comes through.
What was that, a cup of?
There was a cup of chicken stock and,
Okay.
and a cup of wine.
Boy, that smells good.
Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to let that come to just a little bit of a boil. Okay, now that we got this stuff to a nice boil, at this point, we're going to bring in some chicken bouillon. I'm going to just put 2 cubes in there. Go ahead and mash that up. Oh, the smell. The smell is fantastic. Okay, now, here's where we're going to come back with our wonderful, magic red currant jelly. And I'm going to put 2 heaping teaspoons in there. I mean heaping. Now that gives you the sweet along with that red wine. And at this point, let that thicken up a bit. And we can put in our, go ahead and put some rosemary in there. And I'd say probably,
It's about that much?
oh, just half a teaspoon, maybe a little bit more. Then you start getting that smell. Now, at this point, we're going to turn that down and we're going to simmer it. We're going to put our rabbit right back in here. Okay, you see where I'm going?
I do.
And later on, we're going to make a gravy, some mashed potatoes,
Yum. Bacon?
and it's going to be yummy. Yeah, take our bacon at this point. Just break that up in tiny little bits and put it in all the open spots. I told you we're going to reuse that bacon. At this point right here, not too long ago, we went to an event. Now, you remember Todd Clark, our buddy, who raised the chickens out
Yeah, I
there and
do.
the sheep and all that? They had an event out there. And, of course, we're not going to pass up an opportunity to go out and sample some new food and talk to some folks about food. So let's go visit with Todd and the gang and see just who else might show up. Christy Yowell. Good Foods.
Yes.
What's going on today?
We are having a big Follow the Food Farm event here at Clark Family Farms, and it's a free event that was open to the public. And as you can hear, we got bluegrass music. We've got a tour of a working farm, cattle, sheep, chickens, egg washing station, all sorts of fun things to learn all about a working farm. And we're right here in Lexington, which is awesome.
Recently we talked with Todd just on the last couple shows, and we wanted to show how the whole local thing works.
Yes.
So we go with him and we see where he raises the chickens. All right, most chicken farms, you know, up 2.5 miles away.
Exactly.
What is that smell? Not here, because he moves them every day.
Exactly.
It's such an interesting process. We saw how he raises chickens, and then we go to the Bluebird, where he's taken Todd's chickens that he meticulously raises and puts them on the menu there.
Exactly.
We're living in pretty cool times when it comes to the food thing.
It is, and it's just a great thing. Today we have 7 different Good Foods vendors here. These are all people that are right here in Central Kentucky, and they're making food, they're producing it, and we're selling it at the co-op, but we're also bringing people together to experience the food. They can buy it, see a working farm. It's just a great thing all around.
Now, obviously, by the time this airs, this event is over.
Exactly.
But you have things going on all the time. How can folks know about the next event that's coming up?
Following Good Foods on Facebook is probably the easiest way to stay informed.
Thank you so much for talking with me. You're doing great things.
Thanks for coming out.
All right, beautiful day.
Yay.
We're back. This is cool,
back.
man. What's going on out here?
It all just appeared overnight. But there's a lot going on. Several vendors, farm tours, kind of showing how we do things, why we do things, and where it goes. You know, we need to connect the people that are buying the products with the farmer.
Right.
So glad to have people come out.
Beautiful place you got out here. Thanks again for talking with us.
Thanks, Tim.
And we'll be using your product.
Appreciate it.
All right. What's going on over here? What's this wonderful smell?
These are Marksbury Farm, 100% grass-fed, locally grown hamburgers. We're serving the folks here at Follow the Food out here at Clark Family Farm in Fayette County.
Man, oh man. Now, let's talk about from a personal standpoint, okay?
Yeah.
I know what you feed your family, and I know why. This is a life choice for you that you make. But what do you notice taste-wise, grass-fed versus the other?
Tastes like beef. It's got flavor. It was grown at the rate that God designed it to, so it imparts much more flavor. It's a cleaner flavor. Man, it just tastes like beef ought to.
And beyond that, we talk about antibiotics and growth hormones, issues we don't have to deal with here, correct?
That's right. Ours is a never-ever program. We don't, if one of our farmers has an animal that needs to be treated, by all means, please treat it. Do what's best for that animal, but it no longer is a part of our program. So you don't have to worry about ever having any antibiotics, added hormones, steroids in our beef. We make sure that does not happen.
What do I have to get one of those burgers?
Go get you a bun.
That's all? That's all I got to do?
Well, I mean, you're Tim Farmer.
You know, we got Nicki and Kelly and Darren over here too. They're going to want one too. Can I work something? Can we work a plan out here?
Let me see. Let me see what I get.
You know a guy?
I know a guy.
Thank you very much. Jim Mansfield.
Good to see you.
Four Hills Farm.
That's right.
South Lexington.
Yeah.
I've been to your operation. I like what you're doing. People are catching on that there's more than one kind of meat out there to eat or two kinds of meat.
Yeah. 40% of Americans have never had lamb.
Wow.
Yeah. So when they try our lamb, they think, you know, hey, that's pretty good.
Try some grub you've never tried before.
Yeah.
Now what is this I'm sampling
That's
here?
ground lamb. I just put a little this basari seasoning on it.
Ooh.
And that's it.
Oh.
Easy.
Oh,
Easy
man. Keep doing
job.
what you're doing, man. And
right.
I'm going to invite myself out to your farm so you can give us a
Yeah,
tour.
we got like 700 sheep.
Can we come out?
Yeah.
I'll be hollering at you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. Now
we're going to take these remaining pieces out and we can munch on those later. And you can see that Nicki has got her mashed potatoes here prepared to go with. She's got a hollowed out little spot because she knows what's coming next.
Gravy's wonderful.
That's exactly right. Okay, now with our remaining chunkity chunk stuff right here, that's all good.
Yummy.
Let's take about 3 tablespoons of water, which we already have in a cup, and 2 tablespoons of Weisenberger. Go ahead and mix that in there. Okay, we've taken our flour and water mixture, put in here. We're going to thicken that up. Now again, you ask how much pepper you use in that. You thinking about that? Now this is called Hasenpfeffer, pepper being the pfeffer. Most people say in a dish like this, you should use a lot of pepper, and I used quite a bit. Next thing we need, last thing we need, is some lemon.
How much of this do you need?
I'd say enough juice from about a lemon. We're going to make this nice gravy. There's one little thing that we're going to add here at the end after your lemon juice. Go ahead and pop that in. That gives it a little zang. Are you too tired to eat?
No, I can eat.
You can still eat too. Oh my. All right, now go ahead.
How much sour cream?
We're going to take a couple dollops.
Just on the top
sour
here?
cream, yeah.
Another one?
We're just going to mix that in to make it all nice, creamy. I wish you could smell what's going on right here, right now.
Now that's some thick gravy.
That's some thick gravy.
Chunky, yummy gravy.
It's got chunks of bacon in it. It's got chunks of shallot in it. And it's got the chunks from where we fried everything up. Now look at that.
Wow.
Now, Nicki, take that big spoon right there. Go ahead, put that out on our potatoes. This is, ooh,
that looks good.
We have a dessert coming up, but first, we got to try this.
Looks good.
Hasenpfeffer. Oh, look at there. It just broke right apart. Oh, my.
That's good with your gravy.
That's magic. All these flavors, all these combined flavors.
I love your gravy.
And the shallots. Using shallots instead of the onions. If you see us eating rabbit and don't like that sort of thing, save yourself the trouble of saying we're mean people. If that's not your bag, don't try it. But it's absolutely delicious.
Very good.
This carrot recipe, dig way back in the vaults and look this up. It's absolutely delicious. Our granddaughter would not eat carrots, so we made these with basically butter, brown sugar, and syrup. And we call them carrots.
She likes carrots.
She loves carrots, but she's not so fond of carrots.
Delicious. You outdid yourself.
That's really, really good. Try this. Please try this. We're going to be right back with some dessert. I like my refrigerator.
I like your fridge.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's very beautiful.
I can't quit looking at it. All right. Something else I can't quit looking at and thinking about is that cake you made the other day.
Right.
Have you looked in the refrigerator?
It's gone. And that was a big pan. I'm making a half one tonight.
I know. It's a good thing I'm climbing mountains this weekend. All right, tell us how to make this.
It's really easy. It's a lot like carrot cake. I think that's why you like it.
Oh.
You had canned pumpkins, remember? A couple weeks ago.
Remember that? If you want to learn how to can pumpkin, check back to our canning pumpkins piece. It's a wonderful thing to do.
Right.
And you don't need a whole lot for this recipe.
And I'm doing a half recipe because I'm trying to keep you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm trying to help you out here a little because I know you'll eat that all tonight.
What were you saying?
This is so, you look great. That's what I'm saying. This is simple. 2 eggs. We're going to use our new mixer.
All right. Our new old mixer.
Yeah, our old mixer.
Isn't it cool that we've got a new old kitchen?
I love it.
Everything's authentic and old.
All right, half a cup of oil. I have 2 eggs. Here's a half cup of oil. 3/4 cup of sugar. We have it all measured out already. And 1 cup of pumpkin. So that's actually half when we can those pints. This is half of that. And that's our start.
Fresh organic pumpkins. If you're looking for pumpkins, do you know where they came from? You know how they were grown? Good Foods.
Let's go. I love this mixer. All right, just got to get that mixed up a little.
All right, got everything mixed up. What happens next?
Now we have to add some flour. And so let's do that. We need 1 cup of flour, which we've already measured out. This is our dry ingredients. I need 1 teaspoon of baking powder.
All right.
All right, and I need a teaspoon of cinnamon.
Can't go wrong. Cinnamon's good for you.
That's right. Now we need a half teaspoon of salt, and we need a half teaspoon of baking soda. And that's our flour mixture. I'm going to start the mixer back up and add this in slowly.
All right.
I got us a cake batter here.
And that's it.
That's it. And we're going to put it in this ungreased baking dish.
Ungreased baking
Ungreased
dish.
baking
Okay.
dish. If you want to scoop all that for me.
350 degrees.
For 30 minutes, and it'll be
30
perfect.
minutes.
And then we're going to let it cool for a little bit. Put a little icing on top.
I'm into that. Oh man, it already smells just absolutely
It'll
wonderful.
smell good. That's it. Let's pop it in the oven.
This is a good time to tell you about checking out our Facebook page, Tim Farmers Country Kitchen. Like it, follow our activities, see where we're going, what we're doing. We're all over the place. And also check out timfarmerscountrykitchen.com. Check out some recipes you may have never seen before. We have almost 200 episodes, and guess what? Very shortly, we're going to have our 1 millionth view. We're already in the 900 and something thousand. Isn't that amazing?
That
on
is
YouTube?
amazing.
And folks are commenting and watching from all over the world. But our #1 viewership is from Kentucky on YouTube. We like that. As we talk about Kentucky, folks, there's a Kentucky rain. It's just starting. You hear that?
I do.
But I think it's about to quit. So you know what that means?
What?
You think the stork has
yeah.
come?
That's
Now, you know, we got sheep recently. So Janine brought our girls out. We have Myrtle, Mavis, and Milkweed. But they need a protector because, I mean, we have coyotes out here by the gazillion. So let's go see real quick if Megan brought Moses out. There's a bunch of M names there.
I like that.
Moses is
Cute
our
name.
new protector. He's vicious. Okay, there's a reason we came outside. We told you the stork was coming. Well, the stork is coming. We're looking for Moses. Moses is going to be our guard dog for Mavis, Myrtle, and Milkweed. So, here we go right now. Moses has made his entrance. We've been waiting all day for Moses. This is Megan. Megan, tell us first of all where Moses came from. Which farm?
Moses is from Fort Harper Farms of Benton, Kentucky, or very far western Kentucky. We say Callaway, but
And you raise these dogs just for this purpose?
yes, just for the purpose of herding and staying with livestock and protecting livestock. We call them polar bears at my house because they're just so fluffy, and we got 9 of them running around that look like little polar bears.
Oh my, look at this
Say
little man.
hi.
Hey Moses, how you doing, buddy? So,
Hi.
now here's the thing.
They're protection animals for the goats or the sheep or whatever. Different people have different purposes. Some people like donkeys, some people like dogs, some people like llamas or alpacas, but at our house we prefer the dogs.
So he is not going to get too much attention like a normal dog. He's going to mainly bond with the sheep. Let's go take him out.
Okay.
Hey girls. Hey girls. Come here, girls. Hey girls. How's our girls? Looky here. Look at that baby. Look at that baby. See the baby? That's just a baby. That's just a baby. And this is how it starts. You know, they got to get used to him. It's going to take some bonding and some time. We go from Sunday to Tuesday, but once they figured out a couple days later that he's here to not hurt them, well, it's turned out really well. And we're trying to be hands off as much as we can, and he's really keen on them. He wants to be around them. And if we come up unexpected, you ought to hear him bark. Just a tiny little puppy bark. One day will sound like a big vicious bark. He's not cute or anything. And the girls are happy with him now. Everybody's buddies and pals, and every now and then we accidentally reach down and pet him on the head. We don't mean to, but we just can't hardly resist, can we, Moses? You gotta be a mean guard dog, and we can't pet you too much because you're vicious and hateful, and you're gonna take everybody very seriously. No bad coyotes are gonna get in here. This is Milkweed, who is very personable. She likes to have her head scratched. This is Mavis, who's the leader. That's Myrtle, who's the stomper. And these are our girls. They are gonna be our brood stock. They're probably gonna die of old age and be very happy on the farm here. And Moses, he's the protector over there by Nicki's feet. You know what? I am telling you what, this stuff is like addictive. It's a beautiful, wonderful thing. The only thing is, I had to make you make a smaller one because, oh my gosh, Nicki, you saw what I did to
I
that.
know. Are you going to share this one, or are you going to eat it all yourself?
Okay, you have one out here Wait a minute, that's cold.
Yeah, I made 2 because I know how you like.
Oh,
I wanted
told
some,
you to fix a little one.
but I wanted some for me, and I know if I
No.
only made 1, I wouldn't get any.
So you've already chilled that?
Yes.
So you want to chill that because it's better to ice?
Just let it get room temperature.
So you're fixing 2.
I am fixing 2 because I know how you like it.
Prepare to watch me grow.
Okay.
Let's. The only thing we have left to do is put the icing on.
It's
The
so
icing
simple.
is scrumptious.
The best part.
How you doing?
Simple. 3 ounces of cream cheese. I got a stick of butter here, so that's half a cup.
Oh. So that's where
simple.
that buttery flavor came from.
Real butter. Now we've got our cream cheese and our butter. We're going to put about a teaspoon of vanilla in here.
Teaspoon?
Yeah, that's about a
A
teaspoon.
little bit goes a long way, doesn't it?
Yes, and then we have 2 cups of powdered sugar that I'm going
Okay.
to add slowly.
There's no calories in that.
Don't watch because it's going to fly all over the place.
That's thick, isn't it?
Yeah. Taste that. What do you think?
That's so good, it makes me want to cry.
Don't cry.
Oh my. That.
Is it delicious?
See, that you could use on carrot cake. Is that,
Oh, yeah.
just that easy?
Yeah.
Now, carrot cake's my favorite, or was my favorite. How long did you chill that for?
About a half hour. And you could, if you want to put it on warm, it would just kind of melt on there. You could do that actually too.
Do you want me to smooth it with this?
Yeah, if you'd like, or I have a knife there for you
Do
too.
the
If you
knife?
like, yeah. Looks nice.
And again, that came from our pumpkins. Just a little piece.
Just a little one?
quarter piece.
You sure?
All that icing. This is one of my new favorite fall recipes. Oh, Mom. I could eat every bit of that. I'm not kidding you. I could eat that whole cake right now. And you know what? Next week, it's a brand new show. We've got some great stuff coming up. And you know what? It's all about
Good times. What?
pumpkin cake,
Oh,
good friend,
good eats.
and pumpkin cake.
Yeah, I wish I had some.
We'll see you next week. Go ahead and cut your new
That's
piece.
okay. I don't want to take your cake.
Special thanks to Furniture World Superstore, Kinco Farm Fence Supplies, Polecat Custom Smokers, Tater Knob Pottery and Farm, and Tim Farmer Productions.